Hamilton Ticats win 34-18 over the Toronto Argonauts on Monday at Tim Hortons Field. Steve, let's talk about the defense first. I think 5 second-half turnovers, including a key stop in the third quarter that I think changed momentum in this game.
Well, that 3 minutes, Drew, was the game in my mind because, I mean, the Argos were still there, and they've done some good things, and they've been a second-half team a lot of the year. They certainly have been slow starting on offense most of the year and picking it up as the game. That really made the change right there. I think this defense is getting addicted to third and short stops. I mean, they had 3 of those tonight, and then Collaros brings his offense out and immediately converts that into 7 points, and the game was over. It changed a 12-point lead into a 19-point lead, and that was really the end of the game.
Collaros, inefficient. I thought he was efficient today. Only 220 yards passing. He had the 3 touchdown passes, but I thought they were able to move the ball effectively when they needed to.
This is where timing makes a difference, I think. You're right. The raw stats, I think the Argos' offense was something like 420 yards, and Hamilton's was 143 less than that or something, but it's all about timing, and a lot of those were garbage yards near the end of the game for the Argos. The Argos, you got to give them some credit for being brave. That was a brave move on their own 42 to try and go for a 3rd and 1.5, and really, I don't think it was really close. I think that they stopped them on the first push and they stopped them on the second push, and usually that's where they make, and that's a huge difference, don't you think, on this team this year is the third and short situations. And the other huge difference is taking advantage of those things from the offense. And a lot of guys on the offense who've played 2 and 3 years on this team will say we didn't used to take advantage of these things, and to me it seems like they're starting to.
3-2 at this point in time in the season. What's that, Zach? Well, I gave you some love already, fella. How much more love does one man need? Getting video bombed by Zach Collaros. Still out here around midnight after the game. Playing. He's playing with Tommy Condell's kids out here on the field. I mean, the guy's, there's a lot to like about him. I guess I would just say that.
He's a leader. And when you take somebody else's family, and the players care more about their families, and the coaches care more about their families, really, than they do anything else. And he recognizes that. And I mean, he's showing a lot of things. I think we're seeing some maturity here on his part, don't you? I mean, the whole team has been kind of maturing over a period of time. Now, I've missed, unfortunately, the first 4 games because of the Pan Am games, but I've been watching it on television, and you can feel it. I thought particularly in the last game, and even more so in this game. There's a maturity here, and you used a proper word here, and that's efficiency. And it takes some maturity, particularly on the part of the quarterback, and he admitted to me in private conversation tonight, yes, I am maturing, and I feel like I am.
One of the things about family and this team was the loss of C.J. Gable and Andy Fantuz. One of the things Collaros said after the game was it made him mad and frustrating. Hard to watch C.J. go down, obviously in a lot of pain after suffering that injury. We don't really know the prognosis, but it certainly did not look good. Video bombed again by Collaros. I'm telling you.
Did you see the look
Can you go home, man?
Did you see the look on his face when he said those two things? So just for a split second, his face didn't have that kind of post-game, I'm the quarterback giving an interview thing. There was a bit of something there that passed over his face. Now, the other thing I think we have to look at there is these two guys, it's happened a lot in the last 2 and 3 years, and they're going to have to be maybe looking at that. Because it's happened, they're also used to filling in for those two.
They're shutting off the lights, Steve. Probably a sign for us to go.
I think so.
Yeah,
Good night, everybody.
Good night, everybody. Thanks very much. Ticats back here next Sunday against the Winnipeg Blue Bombers, and you'll be here, and so will I.
I think there's an awful lot of games here in the next little while, and I don't think the people here are going to get tired of it. Not the way this is. I mean, this is something else, what's happening on this field.
Make sure to check out 3 Down Nation and the Scratching Post blog for all the up-to-minute Ticat news. Reporting for the Hamilton Spectator with Steve Milton, I'm Drew Edwards.